In Alone's most dangerous location ever, 4 participants battle to survive the California
Hey,
wilderness.
there's a dead bird.
Fighting dehydration.
Oh,
Blistering temperatures.
smells like old guacamole.
Vicious predators.
I thought that was a snake.
And isolation.
By ourselves.
How long will they endure? The last one standing wins.
Look at this.
Take me home! I don't want to be alone anymore!
All right, here we are, alone. Now I'm trying to find a good spot. Now, I kind of like where I'm headed. It's a little bit flat. I got all my gear, recording equipment, which is more than normal.
Okay, here I am. I've walked for about 5 minutes from where I got dropped off, and I feel like I'm already out of breath. So I'm just gonna set up camp here because I think that's best. I'm really excited to be on camera, really excited to be here. Never been alone really by myself before, but I feel really confident that I can do it. It's gonna be great.
Hey yo, what's up? Macho in the house. Doing this little alone nature thing. Should be super exciting. Have I had any experience in nature camping? Yeah, but not alone, not alone. So this is all new for me, but I am excited. Ah! It's just a spider web. Okay.
Oh yeah, helicopter just dropped me off out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. Woo! I'm ready to roll, people. My Eagle Scout senses are tingling right now. Okay, we're out here in the wilderness of somewhere. I don't even know where I am right now, but I see a lot of vegetation I'm very familiar with. This type of dirt is really what I have in my own backyard. So I feel very confident right now, but let me tell you, there is no time for dilly-dallying. I'm sure the other people are just wasting their time right now.
Walking around in nature.
Oh gosh, that might happen from time to time. I get a little excited and not totally used to talking to a camera all the time. Feeling good about the spot that I'm in. Feels like this is a perfect place. I'm thinking back here, see some cactus back there, but I think that might be good for bears and critters. Like a little, you know, something to keep them out of my shelter. So, okay, so let's set up, you know, camp. Okay, so, oh gosh, oh, I hope that's not poison oak, I don't know.
I'm ready to get down to business because you know what? I know what I'm doing out here. I'm an Eagle Scout. I have passed wilderness training, number 1, passed with flying colors. I've wrestled a bear twice on 2 different occasions. I've drank my own pee so many times just because I had to. You know, and like my Eagle brothers say, once you're in the nest, you're always in the nest. Let's go. Matt, out. How do I turn this thing off?
So this is gonna be great. It's gonna be lots of fun. My favorite thing about camping is pooping in the nature. It's like one of the most freeing feelings ever. So I'm excited to do that. In fact, I think I might go find a tree and drop a deuce right now.
Okay, so I'm thinking this is a perfect place to set up my hammock. Nice sturdy wood. Oh gosh, bugs! No, I said it was my first time to be alone. Also, my first time to set up a hammock, which is gonna be a piece of cake, people.
I think this might be home. Hopefully for the next couple months. We'll see. We've got trees, we've got water, so I can boil some fresh water, maybe do a little bit of fishing. There's also a lot of bugs. I'm ready, I think this is home. All right, this is it. Home sweet home. For now, I mean, this will keep the rain off of me and kind of do the basics until I get something a little bit more figured out. But I mean, this is home, right? For the next week or month or, I mean, maybe the rest of my life. I mean, yeah, this is just it now. I think it'll be, ow. All right, I don't think it was that bad, but I'm really excited.
All right, people, so there's 3 things you need to know to survive outside: water, shelter, and food. We're gonna find food, we're gonna hunt. I'm very confident in my hunting abilities. We're gonna make some shelter in a minute, but guess what I just found? I found my water source. Look at that beautiful swampy mess. Okay, that's gonna come in handy later. So next step is to build a shelter. Now I know all my competitors out there, they probably brought tents and something obnoxious like that. I've been trained on the land, so I'm gonna use the land to my advantage. So let's just see what we can find around here. This looks like a good spot to set up tent. Oh, wait a second. Look what I just found. This is gonna be perfect, people. This is gonna be my new humble abode. Watch the magic happen, people. I'm gonna make this into a shelter.
Now, I'm really excited to sleep in a hammock because, you know, being off the ground, I think will be good for my protection at night. It'll shield me from the elements of the wilderness. At my house at home, there's hooks. They don't have those out here. Let's see. Oh, yep, I got it. Yep, I got it. Maybe I'll just have like a little picnic before I set up the hammock.
All right, I gotta see this bug bite. It's been bothering me for a few hours now. It's starting to kind of itch. I wanna see how bad I don't know if you can tell.
All right, so it's time to build my shelter with the materials that I'm finding out here, and I'm gonna use one of the items that I brought with me. It's my limited edition Bear Grylls hunting knife. You can find it at REI, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's get down to business, people. I got my cardboard box. I'm gonna just see what else I can find out here. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Now we're getting somewhere. That's not it. Yeah. I found a big one. It's gonna be perfect. It's a little big. Yep. Maybe just adjust these a little bit. That right there. Woohoo! Look at that, people. That's a money shelter if I've ever seen one before. I'm gonna stay so dry in here, it's crazy. Home sweet home.
Last little clip for the old hammock. I got it up. So I'm feeling pretty good, feeling like this is all the shelter that I'm gonna need. I feel like I'll be able to wrap right up in this thing. I'm about 4 feet from the cactus over here, feeling like that could protect me from something. Anyways, I've never actually gotten in a hammock before, so this is my first time. Yeah, after setting up camp, it's time to relax a little bit in the old hammock. Okay, got it. Yeah, I made it. Okay, so I'm in, but obviously I have other things to do, so I need to get out. But getting out feels kind of hard. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me to get out of this hammock. How long do you think it'll take me? Okay, here we go. Ugh. Oh gosh, I'm a little twisted, it's okay. Oh gosh, nope, maybe backwards. This way, nope. Oh gosh, I can't get out. I can't get out! I made it! I did it. I think it only took me like 4 tries to get out. We're doing great out here, all by ourselves, alone, with no one.
So I had to rebuild my shelter. It's been a couple days now, and after that bug bite, I could just feel like I could hear the bugs calling my name, like they knew who I was and they were coming after me. So I had to move locations a little bit, which this one's actually better. I've got my tarp fully spread out, so I've got a big, nice dry area. Right over here, I've got my cooking and cleaning stuff. So for when I'm ready to catch a fish, cook some meals, do whatever. Also, I've got over here in the back, I've got my creek, so I can grab some water, filter it, make some my own Gatorade or whatever out here to stay hydrated with the electrolytes. We'll continue to expand, make this like maybe multiple levels. We'll make a little tree house or something, but I'm really excited about this location and I think it's gonna be good. All right, so the bug bite's been getting a little worse. I've been scratching it a little bit. I'm not overly worried about it, but I feel like I want to see it and I got to use the camera because I'm not home. I don't have like a mirror or anything. Oh.
Oh man, it is good to be out in nature. I feel like I haven't been outside in forever since COVID started. Feeling a little trapped at home. I mean, don't get me wrong, being at home has been wonderful. I love hanging out with my wife and kids, all kids, just the baby, just one kid. Wife and baby all the time. I think it's wonderful and I love it a lot. Which reminds me, it's, let me show you some items I brought with me. Woo! All right, so I brought these 2 items with me. If you don't know what these are Tsum Tsums. They're Disney products. I used to collect a lot of them, mainly the Star Wars one. Then again, I guess that is Disney. But I collected them, and this one is Moana, and this is Lilo, and I brought it with me because they remind me of my wife, Malia, and hopefully my baby will turn out like Lilo, because Lilo is awesome. And so I brought them with me so I can just kind of have them keep me company throughout this journey so that I won't feel so alone. And it's kind of crazy to think that my baby was born at like the peak of COVID. Like when COVID was happening, she was born, and then we were so excited, and when we got out of the hospital a few weeks later, we were like told to stay at home and work from home, and our whole world changed, and a lot of routines got out of order and got out of whack, and so everything got crazy, and the world got really shook up. And so because of that, I feel like my days and times and months kind of get all jumbled up. So to remember how long I've been in quarantine for, I always think about how old is my baby. And right now she is 6 months old. That means we've been in this for 6 months, guys. That is insane. That's crazy. I cannot believe we've been in this for 6 whole months. I feel like when it first started, we heard about COVID, there were so many uncertainties of like, what is COVID? Where did it come from? How do we get it? Oh, it's airborne, so wear a mask, cool. But then it became like no hugs, no handshakes, you need to be 6 feet apart. And I was like, what? And then we're like, okay, well, we can go to the beach still because that's safe, right? And then there was, no, actually, that water is bad. It needs to be chlorine treated water at the pool. And then heard stuff about like kids can't get it and then kids can get it. And it's just so many confusions, so many things that are just changing all the time during this season. And it can get scary. And it can get a lot of anxiety, but the one thing that's been helping me stay calm and stay sane throughout this whole thing is that Jesus has been the same throughout this whole thing. Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That doesn't mean Jesus is predictable or boring. It just means that who he is and what he does for us is the same. Jesus is always the same. His love for us is the same. His forgiveness for us is the same. And his power for us is the same. And that is just beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, looks like the sun's coming down. I think I should probably go and build myself my tent and get things ready just in case it goes out and I can't work in the dark. So let's go and do that real quick. Whoa. Set this here. Woo. All right, how hard can this be? Never actually set up a tent alone by myself. I think I don't need that. You know, as David Dobrik says, just go for it. All right, one pro tip. Oh, I remember from watching some Bear Grylls, he said, you need a good foundation for your tent. So I think if I stack a lot of some good logs and sticks on the ground. Oh, thought that was a snake. It's okay. Yeah, look at this. This is gonna be pretty nice. That's solid. That's solid right there. Choice. All right, just lay this over. All right. Whoever used this, is that a snake? Whoever tied this did it a little too tight. So I think it's fine. I did enough work. As long as I can get in, I can. Bingo! Woo! All right. See, easy enough. Piece of cake. I'll just zip this just over. Did you hear that? As long as I'm in here, should be okay from all the snakes. All right. I checked the area, but I got back in my tent just to be safe. I think we're free from snakes, and I'm pretty exhausted, so I think I might try to take a nap in here. And I know what you might be thinking, Macho, there is no way you can take a nap in this tent. Well, fun fact about Macho, one thing I learned from college, the biggest takeaway is that I can nap anywhere. Literally, if you knew me in college, I would sleep in the lobby, I would sleep out in like the student union building. I also sleep in the library. Pro tip, if you're going to Biola University, well, when it opens up again, there are lazy boys inside the library that I think are just designed for people to sleep in. So I've definitely taken a lot of good naps there. The key thing is don't snore, because if you snore in the library, everyone can hear it, and it's just awkward and embarrassing. And I like to think that I'm really good at sleeping because Jesus is pretty good at sleeping. Maybe you haven't heard this story, but the story about Jesus and his disciples, and they're all on a boat, and then there's this huge storm, and it's going crazy, and it's wild, and everyone's freaking out, except for Jesus, who's just sound asleep. He's just sleeping, passed out, not even bothered by anything. And the disciples are just scared out of their mind. They're uncertain of if they're gonna crash. They're fearful if they're gonna die. So they wake up Jesus and they're like, oh my gosh, Jesus, there's a storm, what do we do, what do we do? And Jesus, all he does is say, hey, to the storm, stop. You need to calm down. And the storm just immediately stops. And it is just crazy and wild. And I believe that the disciples, they forgot who Jesus is. They got so caught up in all the fears and anxieties and the unknown of the storm that they forgot that Jesus is the same, that God is their security, their foundation. In Psalms 18:2, the Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my savior. My God is my rock in whom I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me, and my place of safety. Those qualities of God never change. They were true in the Bible times, they're true today, and they will be true forever. No matter how crazy our world gets, because our world is always changing, guys. Day after day, we're getting older and older. Some things happen in the world for better or for worse. It just constantly changes and shakes up. But the one thing that comforts me, that I really hope comforts you, is that Jesus is the same. See, the world seems shaky, but Jesus is solid. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go take a nap now. I'm pretty tired from trying to set up this tent. So, see you guys when I get up from this nap. Bye. Oh, that's nice. Whew.
Next time on Alone.
I don't want that spider to eat my face.
I just want to.